Hey guys, I got a new chair, by the way. Anyways, in this video, I want to show you and present my last year, what were my challenges and lessons learned. And first and foremost, I can say the last year was quite an expensive one, and you will see later why. But right now, it's March of 2025, and I had time to think about and wonder what really happened and what can be improved and what should I do differently. That's the main point. So let's jump into it. The first thing first, what happened in 2023? So that was one of my years that was dedicated directly to learning. So I wanted to improve my technical skills and personal skills. As you might know, I'm a software developer who wants to improve his skills. And at the same time, I also graduated from college, and basically that was my, we can say, year of learning. And besides that, I also started to wonder about what should I do next and what might be my goals for the next 5 years. And I was just thinking about that if I start some side projects, for example, a business or something that can help me to improve my skills, that would be a great idea. And that's why I started to improve my communication skills, how I speak on videos, and those kind of kind of personal skills that I wanted to improve. And also I started to think more like an entrepreneur to see what might be the results of my decisions. And the first thing that came to my mind when I wanted to start my website, and because I'm a developer, everybody thinks that building something from scratch is a good idea. But I compared the time and the required time to finish a website that I wanted, and I basically just picked a WordPress site and made the whole theme and what I wanted basically in a day. But if I choose to develop everything from scratch, that for sure would take more time, and at the end it will it and at the end it just a bad idea. So basically that was around October in 2023, and at that time I started to think about what should I work on first, and that's when I started to record and basically started to create videos on English and in English, and that was my first touch with content creation. At that year, I learned a lot how should be videos recorded and what are the main points of the whole process. And that was basically it. Now it comes to the last year. And I had different goals and things that I wanted to accomplish that year. And let's see them. So first thing first, because I started to record, I wanted to improve my skills and also had a vision in 2023 that I want to create a course or some challenge or something that I can show my experience in development, in software development, and that's why I choose to create something. And it was first kind of hard because I didn't have all the skills that I wanted to have at that time. So I started to think what are the skills that are necessary to create the content, create a course. And that's one when I realized that creating a course is not that really simple, and also it have to be really think about, and it cannot be something that can be done on really in 2 days basically. And that's when I started to discover things like how to create outline for a course and how to create, or basically what are the main benefits of doing a course and stuff like that. And that was my first big goal, to learn about those kind of things, and I wanted to improve on them. That was my first one. The second one was to improve my managerial skills, because I'm still working a 9 to 5 job. I'm a developer and also team leader, and at the time I wanted to improve my managerial skills and to learn more about people, how to deal with them, and what are the best approaches to solve people related issues. We can say that, and I think I really improved on it. Had I have and had really good colleagues that I was able to experiment the things that I learned about, and also had a course that I was watching. It really helped me to understand what are the main goals and what are the main benefits of knowing how to deal with people. And the third one was to basically improve my technical skills, and I think I did a great job on that part. It was never really hard to me to sit down and program, so it was the easiest part, we can say that. So these were my main goals for the year, and I can say right now there were hard times, and basically that's just life. And I really learned a lot, but we will see what happened. So from January to April, I was really focusing on writing and creating the outline for the course. I was thinking about and researching forums and books and stuff like that to see what are the main issues that people might have when it comes to learning programming. And I really found out that there were certain issues that I can help, and I can help solving them. And that's basically those were my first steps in creating the outline. And based on my research, I found out that there are certain topics that are really related to not just technical skills, rather to personal skills, how people should manage their time, or what should be the main focus when it comes to learning programming. So based on those information, I started to create the outline and to define what are the for me what was working and what can I help them. So that was January to April, and at the end I had a clear 14-day challenge, and that really was focused on the problems that people had, but at the end it was hard, but you will see why. Now, from April to September, you can already see this is a quite long time, and the main problem what I faced was I started to lose focus, and mainly it was related to not knowing what I wanted to do, because of course I planned everything, what should be included in the course, what should be the flow when making it, but at the end when it came to working, it was kind of hard to work, and I started to lose focus, and I was just having blocking thoughts that really was blocking me, because I thought if I spend 5 hours on this, that time could be also spent on something else that might bring some more value to my life. And at that time, I was just really about to finish everything. And basically, that was a big mistake that I made. But at the end, I really learned a lot of new stuff. And I can say, like, how to create animations, how to record in public. That was a quite hard thing to do, because that was my first time when I traveled and started to create videos in public. But it was quite a good experience and challenge. But yeah, at that time I was not really focused, and I just wanted to finish everything. But at the end, it was a bad decision. Now, from September to December. So the course and or the challenge started in September, or in beginning of October, and the main goal was in September to finish everything, to set up the flow, set up the website, the content itself, to have some marketing strategy. We can call it like that. It was really beginner. We can call it like that, but I really started to think about how can I promote my content, and to see what might be the best way to to spread this what I have done to people. And when it when it when I released the whole challenge, I was quite disappointed, because I had no views. I didn't achieve what I wanted, and I was really disappointed, and I started to think about what were the main issues that I made. And one of the main issues were to when I started to think about the whole concept and the whole course itself, I didn't know anything about, for example, value proposition or how businesses work. And I was just really thinking about, that sounds good. And I was like, oh, okay, if it sounds good to me, people will watch it and will enjoy it. And that's not basically true. And I had to clear my mind in December and November to come to the earth and start to think about businesses and how they work, how they operate, because that is still a very important knowledge to know, and also a very important skill. But when I stopped or when I was done with the challenge, I started to think about what were the main issues. And I found out that people were not really interested in my course. And the main issue was that I just said that I was not prepared for it, and I didn't had didn't have a great value proposition, and that was a big mistake. Now some conclusions. The whole year was quite good, but I had challenges with the with focusing on the stuff that I had to do. And that really comes to one thing down, that I had a bad assumption about what people want, and I didn't have the real knowledge that was required to start something like this. And also the next point is starting without preparation. That also comes to the thing that when I started out, I didn't know anything about businesses, and I was just hanging around and tried something that was not working. And earlier, of course, I worked to other people, made some freelance worked in freelance jobs, but that's not the same. And I wanted to, and I had to make a conclusion that working in a freelance environment or making something to the people, that's totally different. And in the end, the whole course took 8 months, 8 months of work. It's quite a long time, and I see that 8 months was wasted. And of course, I learned a lot of new things, but at the end, 8 months is still 8 months, and I'm basically thankful that I had the opportunity to see what wasting 8 months means to me, and I'm grateful for the experience. So this was my conclusion for the year, and let's see what did I do great. So I wanted to travel more, and it was one of my goals also to travel more in the year. And I traveled 4 or 5 times, and it was quite good experience. And I still want to travel more and more. And the next thing is about money, and I'm still saving my income, 80% of my income. I'm I'm proud that I can do that, and I will have the opportunity to invest. Also, at the beginning of the year, I was quite fat, and I started to lose weight and do more exercise. And at the end, I lost around 13 kilos. Right now, I gained back 4, and I'm also about to start over again and to lose another 8, and that would be the perfect weight for me. What I want to improve in in the next year, the in this year basically, and everything comes down to planning. And I started to create my own framework that can really help me to plan upfront. I also made an article about it, and also it can really help me to visualize my future goals and what I want to achieve. The next thing is investments. As I mentioned, I'm really focused on saving my money, but at this time in this year, I want to start investing to see what are the what are the options, where can I put my money and invest, and basically just start out and see are the options. Last year was mainly focused around the computer, and I didn't read a lot. And this year I want more uh, from reading, and I have a clear goal that I want to read 40 books this year. It's not a lot, but still quite good amount. Also, I'm still young, and in the early ages, people can take risks. And I think that in my position, I'm ready to take risks. That can be a business, that can be a side project. And the main goal is to take risks and learn a lot new skills, because that's one of my core values, that I want to learn as much as possible, and taking risk can help me in that. Also, because I saw what wasting 8 months means to me, I want to be really in a monk mode. That's a term that people use nowadays, and I really value that, because that can give me the focus that I need to work on the stuff that I want, and also I can move faster, and that's what I want, to move faster, to do things quickly, not just being lazy and pretending that I'm doing some really important thing or job, and to always place aside the things that really matters to me. And now, in my situation, I have a really comfortable life, and somehow I want to reduce it, because the biggest improvements in my life always happened when I didn't have the comfort. And right now, I think that should happen. I have to reduce the comfort that I have in my life, to have stress around me, because stress can motivate me and I can do a better job. I have more energy, and I don't really know how should I achieve this, but comfort is killing me, and I don't want to be in a comfort zone, or in a comfortable life that can make me lame and lazy. That will be the main point for this week, for not this week, for this year. And also, as I mentioned, I want to improve my uh, also my speaking skills, and that's still a goal of mine, because I started to record in English. I learned a lot. I think my English is getting better and better. Still, there is a lot of room to improve, but I think I'm a good path. And also, what really matters to me, and one of my values that I want to want to achieve this year, is to start a business, or at least to know what are the issues that I might face. And I also did the research in January about businesses, how they operate, and what should be my next steps to start over. And that are my biggest goals for this year, to also travel more, to start investing, and start my own business. I'm really focused on it. I hope it will give the results that I want the year, and I hope I can bring you good news next year. So that would be it. I hope you learned something new. At least you know that I got a new chair. But yeah, if you have any question that I can answer, we can go in details. But that would be it. See you in the next one. Bye.